Hey, what's going on? So today is going to be my New York Comic Con Funko Pop predictions. So when I started this list, with a rather small list. When I first started it, I thought, well, I know that there's been some leaks, and I know that there's been some predictions in other places, and I don't necessarily know that these leaks or predictions or any of that is even relevant. But I'm going to start off with the website. So let's start right there. The website's not going to be fixed. It's not going to be improved. It's going to do the same thing. So be prepared. Have that in your mind. Look, it's working for Funko at this minute, so they have no reason to fix it. Keep that in mind when you're doing it, so the next day you're not upset telling everyone you're going to quit buying Funkos, right? Because it's going to be okay, right? You're going to get what you can get, and then what you can't get, you're going to trade for, right? Because that's what I'm going to try and do. Whatever I don't get that I want, I'm going to try and trade somebody for. But I don't know. We'll see. Moving on from that. So keep that in the back of your mind when this con starts. My predictions are going to be predictions that are going to be random characters that you can add to your collection, because that's normally what we see when it comes to Funko, right? We normally see these random characters that you can add to an existing collection. So let's start it off with Pokemon. We've seen so many Pokemon stuff over the past year or so that I think that they're going to drive another 10-inch Pokemon in. I don't necessarily know what 10-inch Pokemon they're going to drive in, but I really think we're going to see another 10-inch Pokemon of some sort, right? Because there's so many characters and it's such a highly popular video game that we're definitely going to see another 10-inch. Well, I almost went 10-inch, but I'm gonna say 10-inch Pokemon. That's where we're gonna go. Now, I know this one was leaked, or it's supposedly leaked, and this is one of them that I personally want to see. I want to see this one more than probably any of the other ones on my list. I want to see Skeletor in his throne. Okay, so growing up, Masters of the Universe, or however you want to say it, He-Man, however you want to say it, was really popular with my younger generation. So I really want to see the Skeletor on the throne. Now, that one is supposedly a leak. I don't necessarily know that leak is real, but it's supposedly a leak. Next on my list is also going to be one of those leaked, right? And when I say leaked, look, listen to me. I'm using leak very loosely. The Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile. Now, this is one of them that I had seen leaked on a list, and look, it could be real, it could not be real. I don't really know, but this is one of them that I would definitely enjoy seeing is the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile. I know that we've all seen that thing riding down the roads. We can all remember that as kids, and I guess that our kids necessarily aren't going to remember that nearly as much as we are, unless they start a new campaign like they're doing now. Marvel Zombies. The Marvel Zombies have been so popular here in the past 3 and 4 months. And look, I was not a Marvel Zombie fan when I had first seen them before they ever hit the shelves. And then I went and got that 10-inch The Thing. That's look, I'm gonna use he is a zombie loosely, because I've been looking at him lately, and I think I'm gonna go back and do another video on this guy. He is a zombie in a very loose manner, okay, because he is rock in a skeleton. And I understand that maybe rocks don't have inner organs, but you would almost have to, right? So I would have liked to have seen the inner organs and not just a skeleton. So when I say the Thing is a zombie, I'm using that loosely, but that's what started the collection. And since then, I've gotten the Hulk, I've gotten Mysterio, and I am actively looking for them as I find them in the wild. But because it has been such a widely popular pop, I am convinced that we will see another Marvel Zombie in the New York Comic Con, or the Fall Comic Con, or Virtual Con 4, whatever it is that we're calling this con. I think this one's coming in on my list, and this is one of them that I'm not necessarily going to, I'm not going to give who it is or what it is, because I don't really know, but I have a strong belief that we're going to see another DJ, or we're going to see another rock star. And I don't know which ones those will be, but I'm convinced that we will see one or the other, right? So we'll either see a new DJ, or we'll see a new rock star, or maybe we'll see a spin off of one that already exists. The Mandalorian. We absolutely cannot leave out the Mandalorian. We will see, in my eyes, we'll see a new Mandalorian, whether it's a new armor style or it's a new character. Maybe it's a different child. Maybe it's one of those. But I because it is so popular and it's just about to release, so it should be releasing, getting close to the time that we'll see the con. So I am totally convinced that we will see some sort of a Mandalorian, a child, one of the characters, whether maybe it's a glow variant. Hey, maybe it's even a chrome variant. And then the next two are also, listen to me when I say this though, supposedly leaks. Okay, so coming in next is going to be Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob. I would really like to see this pop. Even though I haven't really gotten into collecting the SpongeBob pops, I think that everyone here knows that I told the story on how me and my daughter used to sit down and we would watch SpongeBob every morning before I had to leave the house. There was a point in my life that I knew absolutely every SpongeBob video that was made. Now, since then, they've made so many more. They made so many more than they did when all of those years ago, and it really hasn't been all of those years ago, but sometimes it feels like it's all of those years ago, right? So, but I really would like to see this guy. I would love to see a Barnacle Boy. And look, I think that opens the door for the rest of them, right? Because it wasn't just Barnacle Boy. You had the villains, you had Mermaid Man. I mean, so that opens the door to a whole new line, like in the SpongeBob world. Last but not least on what I think that we will see there, but this is also a leak, so remember this, Jiminy Cricket. Now here's the thing with Jiminy Cricket. If we see a Jiminy Cricket, I want to see him small. I don't want to see him done like a pop, right? I don't want to see him in the 3.5 inch size. I want to see him maybe half that size of the 3.5 inch size. I want to see him like toned down a little bit and made a lot smaller. That way, you know, it really it makes you believe that he's Jiminy Cricket, right? So you could take him out of the box, put him somewhere, and he would look like Jiminy Cricket was just kind of sitting there in the background somewhere. But I think that he needs to be probably about half the size of what we would think a normal pop would be. Now I ended my pop predictions there, but I also have some soda predictions coming in as well. Now, when I say some soda predictions coming in, I'm going to use this term very loosely because the sodas are so hard to predict. I feel like the sodas are so far all over the place all the time that it's almost impossible to know what they're doing with the sodas. I mean, they just came out with the 1989 Joker in the sodas. If you haven't seen that, go to Entertainment Earth or one of those. You can still pre-order it, I believe, at this moment. So go check that out. It's the 1989 Joker. They just made that one into soda. So if you haven't seen that, go over to their website. Make sure you check that out. That's going to be a super hot one, or at least I believe it's going to be a super hot one. I know with this one, they actually made a chase variant. They came out with some other stuff. But that's not what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about is the New York Comic-Con soda predictions that I think, and I only have one. And this one was the only one that I could truly think was falling in line with the rest of them at this moment. So I have a strong feeling that we will see a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle again. Now, we've already seen two of them. We've had Michelangelo. We've had, I want to say it's Donatello. If it's not Donatello, you can throw me a comment down below. But we've had those two so far, right? So we have one more, maybe two more coming. I mean, we know we at least have two more coming, right, to get through the rest of the Turtles. But I think that they have so many other things they can do. They can do Splinter, they can do Bebop, there's so many other characters in the Turtles line that they have the ability to do that I am 100% convinced that we will see that. Now, I say 100% convinced, I could still be wrong. Who knows? But guys, that is going to be my predictions for the 2020 New York Comic Con, or the Fall Con, or the Virtual Con, or whatever the con is that we're calling it. That is going to be my predictions. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. There is no Wayneko crew without you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.